In summer, we're barbecues galore. In winter, we've got fireplaces and more. Compare top brands side by side, feature by feature. Fisher, Arrow, Spincraft, and Heatilator. And we've got gas logs, fire screens, and accessories. As a special offer, save $200 on this beautifully tiled wood-burning stove by Kent. No kidding. You get fireplaces and more at Barbecues Galore. And there's a Barbecues Galore near you, open 7 days a week.
We've got to move our inventory. Our huge floor stock must go. Elegant plushes, practical cut loops in beautiful decorator colors. Hundreds of rolls reduced up to 30% off our already low discount prices. Yes, up to 30% off. For long-lasting satisfaction, depend on carpets of Ultron nylon pile. Wear dated with a full 5-year warranty. Ultron nylon is the symbol of quality. As low as $9.99 a square yard at
Carpeteria, Carpeteria, Carpeteria.
My name is Pippi Longstocking. Just who are you?
Tonight at 6, there's fun for the whole family with Dappled Horse and the freckle-faced storybook wonder Pippi Longstocking. She's one character you won't soon forget. Those outrageous red pigtails can drum up more mischief than a whole neighborhood of kids combined. Pippi uses her extraordinary powers for hilarious adventures.
We're on our way to the North Pole!
Pippi Longstocking, tonight at 6 here on Channel 5, your station for movies. The best of Spider-Man concludes tonight when Nicholas Hammond makes a dangerous attempt to solve the mystery of the evil curse of Rava. What is this strange and ungodly spell that is terrorizing a city?
It's the curse of Rava. I told you.
Why can't this superhero answer the call for help? Only Spider-Man can break this deadly curse of Rava. A Spider Week concludes with the curse of Rava. Tonight at 8 on Channel 5.
In man's search, he has looked to the heavens in reverence, with a kinship for the stars, a longing to return, the desire to go home. This story goes beyond time itself, from the hopeful beginning to the fiery end. There shall not be left here one stone upon another. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven, saying,
It is done.
The Creation and Destruction of Mankind. A novel from Fred Young.
The Creation and Destruction of Mankind. Only $7.95. Use your Visa, MasterCard, or COD. Call 1-800-453-7800. 1-800-453-7800. Operators are standing by.
Now everyone can afford a beautiful new kitchen like this from Custom Craft. Look, real wood cabinets, Formica counter, a stainless steel sink, illuminated ceiling, and a no-wax floor. We do it all in only 5 days. Use our easy payment plan. Call Custom Craft now and receive a built-in range, oven, and dishwasher, all included at no additional cost. Call 993-9999 now. Remember, the third number is a 3.
I fixed a lot of pianos in my day, but there's one piano I'll never get a chance to fix, a Schaefer & Sons. They think their piano has such exceptional quality, they guarantee it for a lifetime. I'm home, honey. Looks like a Schaefer & Sons is the one piano I'll never lay a hand on, except to play one.
Schaefer & Sons, quality good enough to last a lifetime, and guaranteed that long, only at Colton.
KTLA, Channel 5, Los Angeles.
Here are the photos, Chris. Thanks.
Everything seems to lead to a dead end.
Hug me, Cerrucci, love me, Cerrucci, you got me, Cerrucci, Cerrucci.
Available at Bullock's.
Hello, I'm Bonnie Franklin. I'd like to share with you some extraordinary photographs of children. In many ways, these children are like ones you know. They laugh, play, love, wonder. But these children were born with a disease called poverty. They live in cramped houses. Many must work instead of going to school. Many are hungry, malnourished, sick. I've seen pictures of these children, and I've wanted to help every one of them. But what can one person do? Tell you. Save the Children is providing a wonderful way to help. It's something I'm doing, and it's something you can do. Go to your phone and call this toll-free number and say that you will sponsor a child. There are so many children waiting for sponsors. You can even choose the child you would like to help, a boy or a girl in a particular area of the world. You'll receive a photograph of your child and a case history. Such a personal way to help. Your strong hand reaching out to a small, hopeful one with love and caring and support. And the support will only cost you $16 a month. That's just 52 cents a day. Imagine, the cost of a cup of coffee can help save a child. And Save the Children can do miraculous things with that money. By combining it with money from other sponsors, it can help an entire community produce food, improve health care, build schools, renew life and energy and hope. You'll see it happen in progress reports and community bulletins. You'll feel it happening in letters you receive from the children. You'll know it's happening because you cared. If everyone within the sound of my voice would commit just 52 cents a day, together we would wipe out the hardships of these children, one child at a time.
To sponsor a child, call 1-800-922-4900. That's 1-800-922-4900.
Also, it's got to stop to rest and eat. Let's go.
It's morning.
I want it.
For breakfast.
You want it? We got it. The breakfast bonanza with Hills Brothers coffee.
It's big.
It's new, just 39 cents. Just 39 cents?
For Hills Brothers brew?
We've also got the muffin and egg.
The muffin and egg?
I like it.
Me too.
What else have you got?
That we might want.
Pepperidge Farm Danish.
Pepperidge Farm Danish?
And orange juice.
They've got it.
We want it.
You want it? We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. The breakfast bonanza.
At AM PM.
AM PM. You want it? We got it.
At AM PM.
We've got to move our inventory. Our huge floor stock must go. Elegant plushes, practical cut loops in beautiful decorator colors. Hundreds of rolls reduced up to 30% off our already low discount prices. Yes, up to 30% off. See our carpets made with Anso 4 nylon fiber. They're soil and stain resistant and have a 5-year wear guarantee. Carpets of Anso 4 nylon now selling as low as $9.99 a square yard at
Carpeteria, Carpeteria, Carpeteria.
Next week at 8, the unthinkable becomes reality when 2 astronauts crash land on a savage Earth where apes are the rulers and men are the beasts.
What kind of planet is this?
It's Planet of the Apes Week on Channel 5.
Very few know your history, and very few will ever know. Apes have always ruled the world, always.
Apes Rule, next week at 8 here on Channel 5, your station for movies.
I'm the only link he has left, and his last hope.
This scene might happen to anyone. If it happens to you, there is an answer. The Center for Drunk Driving Defense will handle all legal proceedings up to and including the arraignment, pre-trial proceedings, and motions for a flat fee of $495. Prior convictions may be more. Your right to drive a car, your job, reputation, even your freedom may depend on the skilled handling of the legal proceedings following your arrest. Call the center that exclusively deals with the drunk driving case. 558-8000.
One thing will be clear. It's not for man to interfere in the ways of God.
Stay tuned for the Werewolf of London on Movies Till Dawn following news update.
We've got barbecues galore at barbecues galore. Gas barbecues, charcoal barbecues, barbecues on wheels, barbecues to build in. We have replacement parts, and we carry accessories for every type of barbecue. Barbecues galore has an incredible selection with incredible prices to match. This charbroil dual burner gas grill with automatic igniter, only $99. Bet you can't buy better. And there's a barbecues galore near you, open 7 days a week.
I knew the minute I saw you there was something special about you.
Me too. There was something about you I could relate to.
I'm glad we met. Hey, are you hungry? How about some lobster?
I'm allergic to crustaceans.
Well, I know a great place for pasta.
Well, I'm watching my figure.
You want to see a movie?
Not really.
Dancing?
It just goes for me.
Well, we could always go shopping together.
I'd love to.
Laura, this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
My name is Susan.
Stanley Blacker, fashions men and women can relate to.
Today at noon, don't miss a minute of the exciting basketball action as the USC Trojans take on the Oregon Ducks here on Channel 5, KTLA, Los Angeles.
Good morning. I'm Debbie Davison with the early morning news headlines from the Channel 5 newsroom. Politburo member Konstantin Chernenko is emerging as a possible successor to the late Soviet President Yuri Andropov. Chernenko is the Soviet Communist Party's leading ideologist, but he's also 72 years old, which some Kremlin watchers say hurts his chances. Andropov was 69. President Reagan will send Vice President George Bush as his special emissary to Andropov's funeral. Reagan, who's vacationing in California, ruled out making the trip himself. U.S. officials suggested yesterday that when Bush arrives in Moscow, he may bring up the subject of a possible superpower summit. In London, gamblers are making book on the successor to Andropov. Chernenko's the early favorite at even money. Next are two other Politburo members, Mikhail Gorbachev and Grigory Romanov. A 50-year-old American professor is the apparent victim of terrorist kidnappers in Beirut. An official at the American University in Beirut says Frank Regier was forced into a car yesterday afternoon near the campus and hasn't been heard from since. The West Virginia natives taught engineering at the school for 25 years. Israeli warplanes joined the fighting in Lebanon yesterday, attacking Muslim rebel targets about a dozen miles east of Beirut. A Western diplomat says the airstrikes were aimed at rebel reinforcements and meant to show Syria that Israel will not tolerate a Palestinian and Syrian presence in the Lebanese capital. Weather permitting, the problem-plagued shuttle mission will end this morning at Cape Canaveral, 7:15 Eastern Time, 4:15 our time. Forecasters say chances are good the skies will be clear enough to enable the first shuttle landing at the Space Center. Challenger had trouble with 2 satellites, a target balloon, and a robot arm, but the jet backpacks worked great. The Senate Judiciary Committee will hold hearings next week on President's appointment of Edwin Meese as Attorney General. Yesterday, 25 House Democrats opposed the appointment, charging Meese is no friend of the poor, the oppressed, and those suffering discrimination. But only the Senate votes on the appointment. Scientists in Vancouver, Washington think they've spotted new lava in the crater of Mount St. Helens. If they're right, it means there's less chance for an explosive eruption by the volcano because the extrusion may have relieved some of the pressure building inside. In 1980, a massive eruption killed 57 people. A smoke detector helped Watergate figure G. Gordon Liddy and his wife escape harm last night when a blaze broke out in their suburban Washington home. Officials say the fire started in the attic, caused about $20,000 damage, though it took firefighters only 15 minutes to control. Another name linked with Watergate is in the news. A GOP official says former Attorney General Elliot Richardson will run for the U.S. Senate seat in Massachusetts, being vacated by Democrat Paul Tsongas. Richardson, who resigned as Attorney General rather than fire a special prosecutor, is expected to announce a bid for the Republican nomination for the seat next month. The state superintendent of banks has closed down the primarily Korean-owned West Olympia Bank in Los Angeles after the FDIC said there were too few assets for it to go on. The Wilshire State Bank agreed to take over its assets and some of its liabilities. England has agreed to return an American accused of killing 2 San Francisco men and attempting to kill a third. The Home Office in London announced yesterday that 41-year-old Ernest Kirkwood will be flown back to the U.S. sometime next week. Now, 16 brands of baking mix have been found by California researchers to contain a high level of the cancer-causing pesticide EDB. The latest to be recalled, according to officials, is Betty Crocker Wild Blueberry Muffin Mix with code number H405Z. Turning now to sports, after opening 1984 with a win in the Match Play Championship, Tom Watson has fallen on hard times. The five-time Player of the Year missed the cut in the Hawaiian Open Golf Tournament, making it 3 consecutive events in which Watson has missed the cut. The Lakers lost to Washington Bullets last night, snapping LA's 8-game winning streak, and the Kings had the night off. And for the second time in as many days, the men's downhill ski race was postponed by snow at the 14th Winter Olympics. The race is now scheduled for tomorrow. And turning now to the weather for the LA area, later today and tomorrow should be fair with sunny days. Both days will be near 70 degrees in the temperature department with overnight lows near 50. The air quality will be good throughout the basin and we'll have somewhat gusty winds through the weekend. I'm Debbie Davison. Have a good weekend.
Well, old friend, that Schaefer & Son piano salesman sure was right. He promised us a Schaefer & Son's lifetime of happiness, and you'd never let us down. Through all the anniversaries, the parties and reunions, you were there. Tomorrow, my little girl is getting married. I know you'll do that wedding march proud.
Schaefer & Sons Piano is a good family friend, a great family tradition. Only at Colton.
Only Spider-Man can break the deadly curse of Rava. Tonight at 8 on Channel 5, KTLA, Los Angeles.
The movies Till Dawn continue on Channel 5 with The Werewolf of London, starring Henry Hull.
Sold my toughest client on a new advertising campaign. Met with Jennifer's teacher, and tonight I'm having company for dinner. How can I do it? With great meals in minutes.
Great meals in minutes. Great meals in minutes. Never before and never so fast. Cooked up fresh, right from scratch. Great meals. Great meals.
Great Meals in Minutes are the first cookbooks designed for my busy lifestyle. They're organized to keep me organized. Look, everything I need to know for a complete menu is right here on just 2 pages. Step-by-step recipes, the equipment I'll need, groceries. They even give me wine and dessert suggestions. No shortcuts out of a can, just nutritious, fresh ingredients. And with these beautiful 4-color photographs, I can even see what every menu looks like. It doesn't take hours to make great meals in minutes.
To introduce you to Great Meals in Minutes, Time Life Books would like to send you this introductory volume, Chicken and Game Hen Menus, to examine free for 10 days when you call our toll-free number. If you decide to keep it, pay just $9.95 plus shipping and handling. We'll then send you future volumes of Great Meals in Minutes, one at a time, approximately every other month, on the same 10-day free examination basis.
Great meals in minutes. Great meals in minutes. Cooked up fresh, right from scratch. Great meals in minutes.
To order, phone toll-free, 1-800-228-1900. That's 1-800-228-1900. Or write Great Meals in Minutes, Time and Life Building, Chicago. We'll send the first volume to qualified buyers to examine free for 10 days with no obligation to buy. Just phone toll-free, 1-800-228-1900.
Very sorry. I'll have to ask you to excuse me.
May I go along with you?
In recent years, a new phenomenon exploded on the American political scene. It was known simply as a political action committee. PAC for short. Powerful special interest groups quickly discovered that by forming their own PAC, they had the perfect new vehicle for buying influence in the Congress of the United States.
There's always been some corruption in American politics. There's always been a portion of the process in which votes, influence, public policy was for sale. What has happened with political action committees is we've institutionalized that corruption.
John Kavanaugh is a former congressman from Nebraska. He chose not to run for re-election after 2 terms in the Congress. Since 1974, the amount of money spent by PACs on congressional campaigns has soared from $12.5 million to over $83 million.
Why do you think that the biggest, smartest, brightest business people in America are raising millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars to give to members of Congress? They're trying to buy votes. There's no other purpose of it. Labor unions, trade associations, all doing the same thing.
William Broadhead is a former congressman from Michigan. He chose not to run for re-election after 4 terms in the Congress.
You've got to have some limitation on how much interest groups can give in order to make room for meaningful and effective participation by citizens as individuals.
The problem is that the American people haven't yet made the decision. Look, we've got to stop the sale of votes in Congress.
This message was brought to you by the 250,000 members of Common Cause. We're a nonpartisan organization that's pushing for tough new legislation that limits the amount of money special interest groups can contribute to political campaigns. If you would like to join our cause, call 1-800-528-6050. We could use your help.
Candlelight Music proudly presents over 3 dozen recordings as part of the most spectacular offer in the history of rock and roll music. First, discover Treasures of Rock and Roll, Volume 1.
I don't know that I said to the world.
And here's more, the incredible Handholders 1.
There are diamonds, pearls, you were mine at the time.
This giant exclusive is not sold in any store at any price.
Baby, I'm yours.
Listen to this. You also receive Treasures of Rock and Roll, Volume 2. And yes, Handholders 2 is here for you.
I bless the day I found you.
There's even more. In addition to Treasures of Rock and Roll, Volumes 1 and 2, and Handholders 1 and 2, get ready for extra solid gold as Candlelight brings you the memory years.
Oh, love as I love.
Yes, over 3 dozen priceless recordings. And if you act now, you'll receive a special rock and roll library presentation case for the beauty and safekeeping of your giant collection. The unique treasury collection, Treasures of Rock and Roll 1 and 2, Handholders 1 and 2, and the Memory Years, plus a rock and roll library presentation case is only $19.97, either in the record treasury, 8-track tape treasury, or the cassette tape treasury. Don't delay. Here's how to order your collection.
To order your giant rock collection and deluxe library box, call toll-free 1-800-453-7800. Receive COD charges plus postage by sending check or money order to Giant Rock Collection, Box 68, Los Angeles, California, 90053. Or call 1-800-453-7800. Visa and MasterCard accepted.